Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My name is Samiullah and my group members are Izarullah and Farasat Ali. We are going to present about product and service design. So learning objectives are strategic importance, reasons for design or redesign, standardization, legal, ethical and environmental issues, phases in product design and development, sources of design ideas, issues in manufacturing and service design, phases in service design, and the last one is challenge of service design. So next slide is product and service design. Product design. Design is the combination of manufacturing capabilities with product and business knowledge to convert idea into physical and usable objects. And service design is the coordination and combination of people, communications, and material components to create quality service. So let's start with next slide, which lists basically product or service design activities. One of these activities are unique nature. There are different departments concerned regarding the activities and responsibilities performed by product and service design. One of the key activities translate customer wants and needs into product and services requirements. Marketing and operation departments are concerned. And next one is refine existing product and services. This is another activity. You should take example of automobile company. They come up with new vehicles every year. If you go to automobile showroom today, you will see that they have many vehicle models. If you compare 2012 versus 2010 vehicle model, there will be slightly improvement. They do based on customer complaint, customer feedback. It could be changes time to time. Such improvement are done, and so that refine existing product and services. And next is develop new product and services. Marketing and operational marketing and operation departments are concerned. Next is formulate quality goals. Marketing and operation departments are concerned. Formulate cost targets. Accounting, finance, and operation departments are concerned. Construct and test prototypes. Operation and marketing departments are concerned. And last is documents specifications. And next slide is reasoning for product or service design. We will discuss factors that give rise to market opportunity and threats. One is economy, and second is social and demographic. Next one is political, liability or legal. Next one is competitive, and next is cause or cost or availability, and last is technological. Next slide is objective of product and service design. Main focus customer satisfaction and understand what the customer wants. And secondary focus is a function of product and service, cost and profit, quality, appearance, ease of product and assembly, ease of maintenance and service. And next slide is design for operations, taking into account the capabilities of the organizations in design goods and services. Failure to take this into account can, number one is productivity, quality, and costs. So next slide is legal, ethical, and environmental issues. Legal issues, FDA, Food and Drug Administration, and next is OSHA, Occupational Safety and Health Administration, and the next one is IRS, Environmental Internal Revenue Service. Product liability, a manufacturer is liable for any injuries, damages caused by a faculty product. Uniform Commercial Code, product carry and implications of mechanability and fitness. Next one is ethical, releasing product with defects. And next is environmental, EPA, Environmental Protection Agency. And next slide is designer adhere to guidelines, produce design that are consistent with the goals of the company. And next is give customers the value they expect. Next one is make healthy and safety a primary concern. And last one is consider potential harm to the environment. So I would like to call Frasat Ali for the further presentation.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Prasad Ali. Now I will proceed the following some other issues of standardization. The definition is to extent which there is an absence of variety in a product, services, or process. There are some following advantages and disadvantages. Fewer part, reducing training cost and time, easier purchase handling or order fillable from inventory, long production runs and automation. The following are disadvantages: difficult to modify design after freezing it, high resistance to improvement, decreasing variety result in less consumer appeal. The next slide show other issue of mass customization. Mass customization as strategy of producing standardization goods services but incorporating some degree of customization. Delayed differentiation, proceeding but not quite complete a product service until customer prefer our specifications are known. Modular design is a form of standardization in which component parts are subdivided into modules that are easily replaced or interchange it. It allows easier diagnosis and remedy of failure, easier repair and replacement, simplification of manufacturing and assembling. Other issues are reliability. Reliability, the ability of products, part, or system to perform its intended function under a prescribed set of conditions. Failure situation. This is the situation in which a product, part, or system does not perform an indent normal operating condition. The set of condition under which an item reliability is improving reliability. Component design, production, assemble techniques, testing, user education, system design. The next slide show the robust design. Robust design that result in product or service that can function over a broad range of condition. Design a robust product insensitive to environmental factors either in manufacturing or in use. Central feature is permanent design. Determine that show the factor that are controllable are those not controllable. Their optimal level to measure product advance. The next slide showed that the global product design virtual virtual teams use combined efforts of a team of designers working in different countries. These provide advantages such as engaging the best human resources around the world, global customer needs assessments, global design can increase market ability. Now we discuss about the phases in product development process. These are the following points such as idea, generate, feasibility analysis, product specification, process specification, prototype development, design review, market test, product introduction, follow-up, evaluation. At the end, we discuss the idea generate to how customer will deal in the market. The idea is that main idea is that supply chain based and competitive based and research based research applied and development. Now I would like to call Izarullah to continue the following other slides. Allah Hafiz.
So my topic is designing for manufacturing. So when people are working on designs activities, it is the very sometimes so very easy to just focus on their work and try to come out with
try to come out with the best possible design, and many times that creates problem down the line, especially in manufacturing. So because of the people came up with this concept of the designing for manufacturing. So the idea is that while design itself, let look at manufacturing capabilities and resources, and then make those designs so that they will be more easily produced. The design consideration of organization manufacturing capabilities when designs a product. So when it is all our look at a lot of problem circle. This has been actually in many supplies of automotive companies earlier, where the designs was sent from the automotive companies to the suppliers, and the suppliers had all the difficulty in the world to make those products with those specifications, because if they did that, they had a lot of the trouble designing assemble. They were not able to assemble those parts if their manufacturing as per the designs. That happened when designs for manufacturing was overlooked, so that the more general terms designing operations encompass service as well as. So this is also applicable, so their term called concurrent engineering. Concurrent engineering is a bring together of engineering, design, and manufacturing personnel earlier in the design phase. So at the design stage itself, the teams should include manufacturing people also. When it is done, it is called a concurrent engineering. And in the fact, small step can be very beneficial for the company. Designers also nowadays use CAD a lot. Computers edit design which help them to increase, and also they can create database for manufacturing, and they can use such information in future when they are trying to redesign or even coming out with a totally new design. So next slide, DFM components commonalities. So we talked about briefly earlier about this is a automotive use internal part like engine. So one engines can go to more than one vehicle line. Same things for the transmission. So and water pumps and so on. So the benefits are reduced. Training for the assembling and installations can reduce repair time, and installation benefits are reduced. Training for assembly and installations can reduce repair time and cost, because the same or common component is being used, so that is always useful. Next slide. Quality function development. Initially, I mentioned to translate customer wants and need into technical specifications. We use QFD. So this QFD is quality function development. So this is a tool to capture voice of customers. So as it says here, an approach that integrates voice of the customers into product and service development process. So let us look at one example. So an example using QFT, it's early course of quality. So the outcomes of doing quality function developments, all the information gathered is organized into what is organized into what is called a host of quality. So you can see here are customer requirements in the left room. So in this house are so many different rooms, and the left rooms you have customer requirements. So computer Customers' requirements are basically those needs and want which customers have, what designs requirements will be needed so that those customers' requirements can be fulfilled. So using those two relations matrix is accurate. So by relating customers requirements to design requirement relations matrix is created, and then so on the right sides you also bring into pictures the customers, the competitors. So people the competitors, so people take competitors product and rate them on the scale of sometimes 1 to 5 on different parameters, and know with respect to design requirements they have the specifications and target values. Now within design requirements there could be some correlation, so that is the proof of the house of quality. So if so you if you look at example given on the next page. Service design. So in the manufacturing, the time gap between a product creations and its delivery is sometimes very large. So a product might be created, and by the time a customer gets it could be some something sometimes more than a year. So but it service their times gaps is almost absent. Sometimes a service is being created are being delivered, so there is no gap, so that creates a lot of problem. Service is sometimes that is done. Next, phase in service design. So there are different phases in a service design. So it starts with the conceptualization. So somebody thinks about that this is a some things a customers may want or needs, identify service packages components. So what will be the things that will be included in the package of determine performance specifications, translate performance specifications into design specifications. Let's say somebody is designs a service for a restaurant. So if we have that for a restaurant, so let let's say somebody is design service for a restaurant. So if have that some example in mind, first one is a conceptualizations. So how that service will be provided when you open a restaurant, and what will be the package, what will be the service package components, what will be the performance specifications, like by the time a person take the order for food, by the time delivery it is a delivered, and also maybe how much times it take to do the building. So all those are related to the performance specification. Translate performance specifications into design specifications. So how we design your service. So what if you talking in term of times, how so that if you taking uh, so that if you talking in term of times, how you can reduce the time. So for example, the distance from where the food will be brought and the service should not be too long. So it should be somewhere it can be reached every corner quickly. Translate design specification into delivery specifics. In this are like some of the basis phases, some of the basic phase in any service design. So next slide. So next slide is challenges of service design. What are the challenges? So service always is very challenges and some things for service design because of the variable requirements. Every person is different and they have their own ways, so that creates challenges. So somebody may be happy with some things about some things, but the same things may not make another person happy. Difficult to describe. Sometimes it is also difficult to describe, like what will make a customer happy, like somebody who is in a hurry, so they want things, quickly. If they order, so the time between orders and they get the good should be minimal. Where is somebody who is all the times in the wood and in no hurry, so that person does not want you to serve them quickly. In the same situations, the people can have different requirements.
Next slide is design for successful service design. Design define the service package. Next, focus on customer perspective. Next, consider image of the service package. Next, on recognize that designer perspective is different from the customer perspective. Next, on make sure that managers are involved. Next, on define quality for tangible and intangible. Next, make sure that requirement, training and rewards are consistent with service expectation. Next, establish procedures to handle expectations. Next, establish system to monitor service. Thank you.